Hello, everyone. There's no one in here yet, but hello.
Welcome to my Crystal's Journey.
Crystal's Journey.
And that's not all. Over last week's, we received 50,000 views on Crystal's Journey. Thank you so much for 50,000 views.
Okay. So, y'all, we're going to go ahead and just start off. I kept trying to figure out what type of video I wanted to bring to the platform. There's Southern Smarts. Hello, Southern Smarts. Thank you for the like.
We just got people so quickly. 2 persons
Yes.
and 1 like.
Okay. Bring me my phone, Mason. I'm going to have to plug it in probably downstairs. Well, if we go downstairs, the internet's probably going to act glitchy. But here, hand me my phone.
Sorry. No can do, Mama.
He said no can do. Can someone drop my channel link for me? Can someone drop my channel link? My phone is charging.
I can't do that.
You don't know how to drop no link. So, y'all, thank you so much for your prayers. Mason is doing just fine. As you can see, he had a bug or a virus. He had a fever.
And that was starting yesterday.
Southern Smart has me. Look at there. So we got a lot to get done here around the house. I have not been able to get a whole lot done. It's been crazy this last week, and the month of June has been really busy. But I wanted to bring y'all live and give y'all time to come rolling in because.
Okay, Southern Smarts dropped your link.
Yeah.
Mama.
So as you can see, Mason's doing good.
Yeah, I was a little sick.
Yeah, he was sick. He had a fever of like 102. We took him down to the emergency room. They gave him Motrin, and we've been giving him medicine here. And he slept a lot and he rested. Thank you, Southern Smarts, for dropping my link. So yeah, I hope y'all are having a blessed day. Y'all keep praying for my cat. That one is kind of if you have not heard me talk about Spooky, or Siamese cat, and I'll find him. Go find Spooky, Mason.
Aw, let me go.
Spooky has had some kidney problems. He has had procedures a couple of times. There's only so much the vet doctor can do at this point. They switched his cat food. He's on a wet form cat food instead of a dry one. And he's not going to want me to put him in a camera. If y'all don't know who Spooky is, this is Spooky.
The Siamese.
Yeah, say I'm a lover. Say she's crazy. She better put me down.
And welcome, third person. We're so glad to have you here.
But all we can do at this point is just keep him comfortable and love him. And then hope and pray to the good Lord above that he's got many more years with us. But, with male cats, they do have problems with their kidneys. And Spooky's been through it 2 or 3 times. And we're doing everything we can. Anything from second opinion to medication to the changing his cat food.
Oh my goodness, we just
Everybody saying, hey, Spooky. The only thing well, Mason, you can't take over my video. Thank you, Southern Smarts. The only thing we can't do is until he goes in and gets more tests and stuff done. They told us that they didn't know for certain, but with his kidneys and stuff like that, it seems like they're trying to shut down on him. The only thing we can do is wait to see what the tests are going to show and bring, if there is any other kind of medication or procedure. Yeah, and it's hard. I've tried a million different ways, and then I had to click out and come back in to tell the video, because I'm no medical doctor. I'm not. I don't know anything about it. I just know what they tell us. He's been a family member. Mason's 2. Well, Mason's 11, but ever since Mason was 2. He's very loved. He loves my husband more than he does us. Some of you may remember me from my first channel, because back in the day, Spooky attacked me, and that was before I had him fixed. His little hormones were all over the place. Yeah, I left. I was mad with him. But he's acting a lot better than what he was. It's still not great, but we don't know. My husband's been through this before with another cat. I'm not even going to try to cry or get on an emotional roller coaster. Just know, if you've reached out to me on here or in person or over the phone, that we are doing everything we can for that situation. Thank you. Yes, and that's not that he took an antibiotic for about a week. He switched. I can show y'all the one we switched to. And I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see this. I might have to get the bag, but this is a prescription diet. It's a cat food and chicken flavor. It's for urinary care, and it's the medicated one. This is the one he's on, and this is in a little bowl. It's in the wet form. Hey, David, welcome. And he was eating dry cat food, and he refuses to eat it right now. He refuses it. He is eating. He's not finishing off his food like he used to be. Like, he's not like clearing his little bowl, but he is eating and he is drinking right now. So the best recommendation that we got, Mason, what are you doing?
Look.
What?
There's a plug.
Well, leave the plug alone. What are you talking about? Yeah, I see that. Leave it.
Outlet.
Yeah, Mason's over here messing around. But the best thing we can do for him, recommendation we've been told, is to keep him comfortable, love him, keep up with his appointments. Any kind of medication procedure that they are willing to do and can do, they will. But after a certain point with kidneys, just like us humans, there ain't but so much they can do. There ain't but so much they can do. And Spooky is a middle-aged cat, you could say. He's about 9. Hi, Grandma Ducky. So we're gonna get up, get some stuff done. We've got a lot of cleaning that we've already done, but I was working on schoolwork. Anybody that's moderators, y'all can drop your channel link. Thank you, Southern Smarts, for dropping mine. David, thank you for your prayers, by the way. And thank y'all for all your prayers. We've been going through a lot, and I have to believe in my heart. I cried last night when I prayed, because here's what I thought about, Yesterday, for an example, we went out, we grabbed Chinese food, we went and picked up a few things that we needed, that we were out of, and we seen 4 firefighter trucks, about 4 or 5 police cars over in one of the shopping centers. Did not know what was going on, what was happening, but there were a lot of people parking, and you don't ever know. You don't know if someone's going through something, if there's a situation. I'm not perfect. I don't always speak right. I don't always have the best days. I'm not always on cloud 9. I've had a lot of good, a lot of bad. But I keep going. You heard the ambulances all day. Yeah, it was crazy, Grandma Ducky. It was crazy. Like, we seen them. It was like Merced area. I keep going somehow, and I'm pushing. But what I need y'all to know more than anything, is that's getting harder for me to do, because I didn't want to get emotional, because I have had so much come up, and it's not easy, just because I'm here sharing and I'm willing to share my life with y'all, to feel like, well, what if someone questions it? What if someone don't agree or does agree? Well, and that's what we hope for our cat. But we've had a lot. Y'all have not even seen me do that many videos, because I haven't had time. And then I spent made some changes in my channel, because I knew it was important for me to make changes if I wanted to hit my 1K, if I wanted to be monetized. But I've spent a majority of my life, ever since I was a kid, okay? Being a very nervous person. I suffer from depression. I suffer from anxiety. And so it's really, really hard for me some days because I'm tough on myself. I don't need nobody else to be. I'm very tough on myself. I went to a point just a few years back to where I would do things, but I would do very little. I was like, I ain't doing this. And I would throw my hands in the air and I wouldn't. I took care of my home. I took care of my kid. And that was it. I've just recently, over the last 4 or 5 years, made myself keep pushing. I said, that's why I'm here. When you don't always see me on the platform, or you don't always understand, well, why didn't you show us this part, or the sound, or the way, let's just say the way that, you know, the video goes. It's not because I don't care. It's not because I'm being careless. If I mess up, most of the time, you know, I'm pretty quick. Anybody in my family can tell you this. Anybody. I'm pretty quick to go back and tell you that, you know, I messed up or I'm sorry. But I mean, there's been a lot of little things I've got to see. And I only come on this live today because I do have things to do. And Mason was like, Mom, you know, and I'm like, Mason, what? And, you know, he was like, Mom, you know, you going to do a live? And I said, yeah, I think so. Because I had already been thinking about what type of video I wanted to bring, because I haven't been bringing a whole lot of video. And it's not like I have to. I don't have to come here and share my life. I don't have to come here and talk about things. Yes, I could call. I could make phone calls. I could just use Facebook. I could just pile up somewhere and never deal with anything. But I do, you know. Here comes my landlord. And that's what I need. That's what I need more than anything right now. Thank you for dropping my link. Any of my moderators, you can drop your link. If you're new and you come in, then just comment that word new, and one of my mods or myself will drop your link. And the more and more you come, you get a ranch, and you can drop your own channel link. What I need people to understand, and this come from someone, I'm not going to put no names out, that told me, like, Crystal, you got to stop. You got to stop being so tough on yourself. You're a 40-year-old woman. You're going to hurt your health and hurt yourself if you don't slow down and understand that it's okay. I do that a lot more now than what I used to, but that's not always easy, you know? So first things first, I got to get up, pick some stuff up over in a living room area, because the living room area is the one area I did not clean up. And I don't want to spend the whole time just yapping, because I wanted to come on so y'all could watch me get some stuff done. And then I need to go out and show y'all my plants. I haven't gave y'all that. Well, and that is so right. That is so right, Grandma Ducky. Family first. Definitely family first. But there's a lot of things that, like, I haven't always pushed for the goal to 1K and getting monetized. I just haven't. Why? Because when I first started YouTube was for fun. It was for depression. It was just something to do. It was cool. Who doesn't look up a video? My husband sometimes will be like, okay, how to change a tire, how to do this. And he will look up step-by-step instructions from YouTube to get the idea, to get the whole concept, you know? So it was a place to come. And when I originally first started doing YouTube videos, we were still kind of in the process of doing things with Mason's special needs. So we were getting him set up with a school, teaching him crafts and doing different little activities.
Mama, can I say
Yes.
just this quick? Look, I'm trying to get subscribers subscribers, but I haven't gotten subscribers.
You haven't got no subscribers, Mason? I'll try to help you, buddy. So yeah, y'all, that's the one thing I wanted y'all to know. You know, you don't really know. There's some things that I like sharing because it is always good to reach out to someone you trust, and it's always important to, you know, talk to someone. But there's some things that you don't share. You don't share. It's between you and the good Lord above. We don't talk about numbers and money here on the platform. We don't talk about relationship or anything weird. We don't put out every little detail of our life, you know. We share like when we're being a family and we're doing things. We share cleaning. We share planners with y'all. We share my advice and my opinion on things. I wish I could network for you and to get you to 1K. Yeah, and that's the thing, Grandma Ducky. Like normally, like it seems like I do because my type of busy is different than a lot of others, and y'all's is probably with mine. Like I don't work, and the short and sweet of that is I can. I'm not. It's not like I'm not able, but I'm blessed because my husband. And I'm not going to tell you his numbers, but he makes decent money. He don't make a lot of money, but he makes decent money, so I don't have to work. I'm a full-time student in school. At some point in my life, I do plan on maybe, not even 100% sure, getting into part-time work. And that's why I'm in school. I'm a full-time student in school. But I take care of my home. I don't go many places. I am very girly in a lot of ways, but then in a lot of other ways, like I don't really ask for a lot. I'm here, I'm home, I'm doing my thing, I'm doing what I enjoy, and that's just me. I'm not just on the YouTube platform to get monetized. I do understand that getting monetized is important if you're trying to, you know, and you're trying to do videos and you got a goal in mind. For me, I just feel like I put a lot of time, a lot of effort and money into YouTube in itself. And that's a big reason for me wanting to. But I just, no, I know what you're suggesting and I appreciate it. I just, people don't really know how hard it is. I mean, you don't know until you walk through someone's shoes. You don't know. So let's get up. Let's get this living room area cleaned up. I don't know why I'm still drinking coffee and it's darn cold. Why is the water turned off? My landlord might have turned it off. I got to go check here in a minute. Yeah, well, and that's good. That's good. I mean, for me, it's kind of both. I'm still gonna do YouTube videos. I'm still gonna be a YouTuber. I would like to because I feel like I have spent money on different devices that I use on the platform, and then also I put my time and effort into giving you helpful stuff and advice. But then another thing, I mean, there's a lot of family that I don't get to see every day. This is a good way of them watching and supporting. Hello, Crystal's Pets and Plants. So it's just really, really important. It's really, really important, you know, for me to just push and be determined. See, y'all hear my kids howling? We're gonna clean up the living room real quick. And the living room's not really a mess. It's mostly the covers and stuff. Now, can someone drop Crystal's Pets and Plants this channel link for me? But yeah, y'all, like,
Sorry, what?
You know, we try to
What
get
did you
better.
say, Mom?
Huh?
What did you say?
We're trying to get better with the editing and stuff, and
Well, I could help you out if you want.
that's the whole reason a lot of you have asked. I've had a few people over the years ask me, and I don't tell everybody. I tell you guys because you're important to me. Like I don't drive. I don't drive because I'm a very nervous person. So I would be one of those people. I would be an accident to myself or someone else, not meaning to be. And so I'm never gonna force myself in a situation to where if it's not comfortable on me, never. It's not saying that I'm giving up. Can you devote 3 to 5 hours a day for a week network?
Mama's
I would be something I'd have to get back with you on, Grandma Ducky. Honestly, I appreciate it because I'm not here. I mean, I hope y'all don't. Y'all hear me talk about that. I try not to say that in every one of my videos anymore. I do tell you to like and subscribe. But more than anything, you know, watch out, Mason. I try to tell y'all that, but I try to make it a point that y'all also know that. Let me give you a good example. My grandparents, my mom's mom and dad, okay? My grandfather is going to be 80 this year, and my grandma will be 83. They watch my channel every day. Whether I'm chit-chatting, whether I'm showing 5 seconds of Mason, they're here. My middle one, he does videos on and off. My brother did videos for about a year. He was into rapping. He was into music. My mom's a YouTuber. She does it for fun. My niece watches. One of my good friends that went through.
Hey, name's text.
I know. I'll get back with her. She.
Sorry.
Here we are throwing phones around and stuff. She went through. She went through kind of back and forth with it. There's a lot of people here on the platform, y'all. And one of my good friends that I went to school with, she graduated with her GED. So proud of her. She's one that really loves my planner stuff. So it's not just me on here trying to push for a goal for that. I mean, honestly, I get by day to day, every day without it. But I did kind of take into reality what my dad had said too, is like, you know, your time is money. It's not free. Your time's not free, you know, too. So
I'm getting more as
my dog got over here and tore up some kind of toy, I guess. We've had a lot of little projects come up here. Look.
I'm gonna play with him for a little while.
So, Mason, no. But yeah, it's been really, really rough, and I think that's one thing that has made it kind of hard. Put this in trash. We recycle all our cans. Mason, hurry up, buddy. Come on.
I don't know what these things always gotta have. But
Mason, bless his heart, staying with my fridge door open forever, and I have to tell him, Mason, come on, just get what you need. I like to break down my boxes before I put them in the trash. But yeah, y'all, moving here too. This was not really. We didn't want to move. We had went through some really, really tough and hard and rough patches. Is why we live here in this trailer now. So, you know, a lot of choices we could have made. We could have made smarter decisions. A lot of decisions were back when the big C word was going on. It kind of affected my husband's work a good bit. A lot. You offer us to look into your life for real time. We want to watch you. Well, and my husband takes care of anything I want. Please understand, because you do get situations in life to where, whether it seems like begging or it don't make a lot of sense, anything I want, anything I need, anything I like to do, my husband takes care of as much as he can. We are on kind of a fixed income just because he's been with the company for about 10 years now, and he makes good money, but we live paycheck to paycheck. So we don't try to go above our means and budget. We don't. We do. You silly kid. Here. Ain't that hot. We try to do the very basics. And we just live very simple. I have my own card. I have money in pocket every day of the week and all the time, just in case emergencies or stuff. And me and Chris have been through some hard times. We have. I love that man more than life itself. Chris is one of those. He kind of does his own thing. He works. He comes in, and he kind of what? It's okay. It's the I think it's the bus out there that pulled up, which he didn't get in the summer school program. That was an aggravating situation, but yes, Mason. But it's not Daddy Pluto. It's not Daddy here. I'm talking about Daddy on the live stream. My dog's barking. Yeah, my dog's barking, y'all. This is crazy. But me and Chris have been through a lot together. That's all I'm going to say. As a couple, we've been through a lot together. So Chris does his own thing. When he comes in, he's his own person just like me. We don't try to control each other and tell each other what to do because we're a couple. We live our life and we do what we got to do as a family and for our kids. And we keep pushing. So, it's just, I don't know. It's hard sometimes. Y'all don't see him a lot on the camera neither. We talk about that a good bit because he does let me record him and do videos, but he's not big for YouTube. I mean, he'll watch YouTube for stuff. He's not one that wants the camera in his face after not working a 9-to-5 job. You are not disgrading him or yourself. This platform is meant to give an opportunity to share, make money, take advantage of it. Yeah, no, I understand. But I just, and I have decided it's been kind of weighing on my heart because even though I made some changes in my channel, there were a lot of things y'all wanted me to see and make it more kind of organized, put together. There was 3 big things. One, 3 big things. One, the sound and the lighting. So making sure that's good and clear. That's important. If you can't hear a video, it's hard. If the lighting's not great, it makes it very difficult to watch. 2, making sure that the video is good quality and like the way I speak and explain stuff, like if it's an informational video, that's a big one. That one, it's just going to take some time. There's a lot of editing that goes into putting a video up, or you don't even have to edit a video. You can just strictly upload. But for me, where I didn't always get a proper education growing up, I'm working on my education now. So, learning different things and working on that and improving it when I have time and can. So that when I'm sharing something with you, whether it be a product or explaining something or giving you my tips and advice, I know what I'm talking about. It's more facts than it is not making sense, if that makes sense. And the third thing is because, if I never ever did another video or if I keep uploading, then this is something one day that hopefully my children, my grandparents, my friends, people that I grew up around, as much as anybody that comes onto the YouTube platform can watch and say, okay, well, they got to go see SpongeBob SquarePants and live concert. They gave us tips and advice on autism. We're dealing with that. Or she shared a day where it was really sad or a day that was really good. It is as much for my family, friends, and followers as it is for me trying to have just a goal. As much. It's probably about 80% of that, as to where for me and my goals with it, it might be only about 50% of that. If I didn't share and I didn't do videos at all when I wasn't a YouTuber, then there would still be people, my aunt, my grandparents, my mother, my sister, people that I've gone to school with that would be making phone calls, that I would be making phone calls, text messages, coming by, the people that live close, knocking, checking in on me. So this is another way of connecting. This is another way of me getting to live my life and the people that I'm close to and the people that are close to me still being connected, if that makes sense. Okay? Just being real with you. Just being real for a minute. But it does. It gets harder. It gets real shaky and nervous sometimes because I'm not always going to get everything 100%. I try, but there still might be a hiccup sometimes. Yes, that's why I did. That's what I did on Facebook. Yeah, and that's same thing for me. Thank you, Grandma Becky. I appreciate it. That's the same thing with me. Like, I don't have to go to school. I chose between work and school, and I have worked a good bit. My husband can tell you, my mom can tell you. Me and Chris have been together almost 13 years, and I probably worked a big chunk of that time. I've done hotel work. I've done management. I've done little simple, silly jobs for the money. I've even, I used to babysit. Hello, welcome. If you're new, just let us know and we'll drop your link. How do you say your name? Bing Bong? So, it's not necessarily about the money. I mean, do we have it rough? Of course. Do we keep going? Yes, that's life. I think half of the world has it rough in some scenario, whether it's financially, mentally, medically. We all suffer, maybe struggle in areas. It's all the above. Okay, it's all the above. But yeah, we're gonna pick up this right here too and get this back in the room it goes. I did recently switch rooms too. My planner, I think, is out here with me today. This is my school folder. I cannot show y'all in this. This is where I keep notes and kind of schoolwork. Paper, loose paper. I can show y'all that. My schoolwork, babe. My Bible. We recently too, which has been a blessing, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail on that. I have told y'all that I have the New International Study Bible, and I have the study part and the reading. But I've always been into my gospel music, my Bible, prayer, the study part, all that good stuff. We just recently started a new church that we really, really love. It's called Yosemite Church. I was going to say that, but we didn't get to go on Sunday because Mason getting sick, and we didn't want to go out and take a chance of him getting worse or someone else getting sick. So we did the live preaching service that we watched it on they did a live stream. They did it live on YouTube. Okay, there you go. We watched him on YouTube do his preaching sermon. So, there's people that just come on and they're into gaming. They're into videos, gaming. Beat this level. Let's get to the next level. Let's get to the next level. You know. But yeah, we've had so much go on. Okay, we're going to put this back over. Oh, this goes out there. I don't know why I brought this back there. I got another folder out there. So, turn on my fan because it gets warmer back here. We swapped this room. Then I got to go downstairs. I'm scared to go downstairs with y'all and then I start glitching out. But, no, I can't neither, but I still support. I'm not a big fan of that. My son loves it. He loves it. Roblox, Minecraft, Baldi Basics. He is limited on the amount of phone time and stuff like that he can have, and he has to do other things. But I definitely still support. Yeah, that's me. That's me. I don't always watch, but I always support. I have probably a handful of gamers here on the YouTube platform. I really, really do. So yeah. But yeah, I don't know, y'all. It's kind of yeah, they're fun to play. Some of them are really fun, and some of them, I don't know, Grandma Ducky, some of them are beyond me, like Minecraft. I don't understand that game. I really don't understand it. But yeah, I need to vacuum that room and do wash these makeup brushes out too. That's going to be the next thing we do real quick. I have a bunch. But yeah, I really, really, I just gotten to a point in my life to where because we have so much going on and because we, we do share and stuff like that, I've just gotten to a point to where, I can't, I'm getting a little older. And if I'm too tough on myself, I do have a few health problems that I won't share here on the platform. That I'm dealing with. I can't, I came to YouTube for not necessarily an escape, but for a way to express myself and share my ideas and to help with anxiety and depression. I didn't come here for it to be more difficult or me to have to worry or have that fear into me that, if it's not perfect, there's going to be a problem, or if, I mess up, or I didn't come here just to come on and, just to be monetized. I'm here for multiple reasons. That's the honest truth. Sometimes I do, and I don't always mean to. I apologize if I ever do. Sometimes I do get, I guess in certain situations in my life, I do get a little defensive. I don't mean to. I think it is because I've had a lot go on, and I'm dealing with those situations in the best way I know how to. I reach out to people for help, and I've also I reach out to the good Lord above. He's the first, and I try to deal with my day because I can't just give up and throw my hands in the air and quit. So I have to keep going for my kids. So. Yeah, and I've been there, Grandma Ducky. Most people don't. I have been there a time or two, especially on my other channel. Yeah, but I'm just to a point to where I have to decide what's a better fit right now. Like if I'm gonna be a YouTuber and I'm gonna do videos, it's gonna be because I'm here. Because people can really, really understand and relate and respect. I never wanted to come here and share because of of a way that if I mess up or if I'm going through something to be judged and questioned. I feel like a lot of the world is that right now. Like I told you, just going into Merced, we've seen 4 firefighter officers. I don't need that in my life. Yes, We're still going to deal with it even when we're not on the platform, but you can eliminate certain stuff from your life that becomes too much, you know. Yeah. So for me, like, let's go wash his face up versus where. Hey Cheryl, for me, it's how are you doing, love? No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I don't feel in no rush. For me, YouTube is just a place where I'm just me. Honestly, I think one of the hardest things we dealt with over the last month, and you wouldn't think someone would be on a roll. Well, I mean, I guess you would be on an emotional roller coaster. Is the fact of trying to just kind of not necessarily play catch up on bills, but catch up on life, things that we need to do. And no worries. More importantly than that, this was told to me a few times. I have to take my health into a factor. Have to be really, really accountable for that because of little guy and stuff. Cheryl saying hello to everybody. But yeah, there are those ones, you know, that they're there because they honestly want to be there. And then you just get some people. You probably have even dealt with this, Grandma Ducky. You get some people that, let me turn the slide on for y'all can see. There we go. You get some people, they'll leave a comment, so they won't leave English. They'll leave the comment, and then sometimes it'll have translate to English, and then other times it won't be translate to English. It'll just be a paragraph of someone leaving a comment, but you don't know what they're saying. So my natural thing is to just remove it. If I don't know what you're saying, then I'm not going to leave the comment, you know? Now someone like my sister, she knows like 4 or 5 different languages, but me, I just know English. And my English is not always the greatest. I'm in an English class right now. So we're using this to wash my makeup brushes real quick. Yes. And I don't know in the comment section if you're saying something nice or if you're kind of being mean. So that's a risk factor I won't take. She said, back at you, Cheryl. But yes, it's been really, really rough. And it's hard not to be on an emotional roller coaster when I'm dealing with things on a daily. And y'all, thank you for your prayers for my cat. I don't want to get emotional. I don't want to cry again on here. There's only so much we can do. It's not a money thing. Please understand that. It has nothing to do with numbers. It has nothing to do with anything to do with our budget. Spooky's just at an age and at a point to where his little body, just like ours, can only deal with so much. He's having some kidney problems. He had some blood work done, and he's having kidney issues again, Cheryl. And he is seeing a really good doctor, y'all. He's got one of the best doctors, but he's not really able. They only offer the procedure for him. He's already had it done like 2 or 3 times, and he's on most of y'all remember, I don't know if I even showed it. He was eating like a dry cat food. So he's on a wet form, which is, we don't want to keep him on that forever. But the doctor told us to kind of weigh out our options. Yeah, it's okay. And it is hard, y'all. It's so hard. That cat loves life, just like a human would love life. I don't even think mentally my husband's been able to wrap his mind around it, you know? Because Spooky loves me and Mason. But here, let's stop this for a minute and go sit down because I'm getting way too emotional. He loves Chris. He loves Chris. Like, in my cat's mind, there is nobody in this world like his dad. So, like, we don't even know. All we know is that we have to keep him comfortable. he can't tell us he's in pain, so just watching him. We're hoping and praying that Spooky has several more years, but to be real, we don't know that. No, we don't need money. I appreciate it, Cheryl. They've already did a good bit. They're going to do some more testing. They're going to look at his gut and his stomach, and that's just to determine if there is something in the stomach area along with the kidneys because of the way he's kind of been acting. But I mean, y'all, some of Grandma Becky, you may know. I think you've been with me a while. Back in the day, Spooky attacked me. I sure did. I packed up my bag and I was out. I left. I went to my mom's. I was mad at my husband. I was mad at the cat. I was gone. That wasn't even on this channel. That was on the other channel. I was also kind of walking through my own little, let's just say my own little wrong, my own little mistake at that time in my life. So when that happened, I was done. I was out of there. I was like, I'm done. I'm gone. So me and that cat have been through a lot, but he's been more of a family member. I mean, I love my dog, don't get me wrong, but we've had our cat a lot longer. Yeah, Cheryl definitely remembers those days. And it is scary because you wouldn't think, I have told Chris that you wouldn't think that you could get that so attached to an animal. I mean, it is one of those things that's a really, really good thing, but Spooky is just, he's got so much life in him, so much life. I was gone in a hurry. I was very upset. He wouldn't hurt a fly now. He didn't hurt a fly back then. It just me and him didn't see eye to eye that day. Spooky was having a moment. Mama was having a moment. And well, we both kind of went through that moment mentally in our own way. So, it was crazy. Oh, do you? Yeah, Spooky's on this right now. And I think I just showed this. He's on a wet kind, if y'all can see that. They don't want him taking the wet cat food very long because he's always been on dry. He takes the dry form. Now, like I've said, we don't give our animals table food. That is no judgment by how everybody does it is fine. We've never our animals get their food and they get treats that we buy. Back when we first got them, we always went to the doctors and say, hey, what's a good choice in food to give your critters? So every once in a blue moon, they might get a tiny little taste of human food. They take their food. But he's doing better than what he was. He's eating. He's not eating as much. Spooky when he was feeling good, he would eat 4 and 5 times a day. And you're thinking he's going to puke. How is he eating so much? Now, this little bitty bowl, he's barely touched it. He's barely eaten it. Oh goodness. But yeah, and then, all these little things just kind of come out of nowhere. Spooky got sick. Mason got sick. My husband, Cheryl, I don't know if you know this, recently got into a truck. Because, and I don't talk about our income here on the platform, because his credit is not great. His credit kind of is needing more help and improvement. He did the financing route, and he's working on building his credit score up. So because of that, he's going to have a nice little payment every month. But he did get he got a really nice truck. That video, if you look on the channel, Cheryl, it's like 3 or 4 videos back. It's not brand new. It's new to Chris. It's a 2006. It's a Silverado. I would show it to you, but he's not here. He's in it right now at work. He's talked about, with them, if he pays the payments on time and he keeps up with all that, getting into something newer. But then at the same time, it being a work vehicle, he's like, I don't really know if I want something newer, because with the work vehicle, scratches, hiccups, all that good stuff can happen. Miles. So he said he don't really know if that's a choice or not he wants. But yeah, it's going to help. Oh, it's okay. Y'all okay. Y'all reach out to me and it's like, Crystal, I didn't get to share. I'm sorry. You don't got to be sorry for that. Life is way more important than YouTube. Just make a big deal, and I try not to, but I make a big deal, and you see me being able to do videos and more, or because it, however it seems, on YouTube doesn't mean I expect y'all to watch an hour live or me chit chat about whatever. If you can make it, I'm very, very thankful and I'm very, very humble and grateful for that. But if you can't, then I completely understand. I completely understand, my mom is down at my sister's right now, and she's going to be, I think, coming back sooner than what she's staying out there. And we go over and check on my stepdad. The only thing I can tell you about my stepdad is that man is so funny. He had a stroke back in March, and we're helping out while my mom is down at my sister's. My sister just recently moved into a new place. So the short and sweet of that is like my stepdad is very stubborn. Now he calls himself stuck. He's like, I'm probably stuck this way. I'm probably not going to get any better. And the only thing I can tell him, Pete, is you got to believe in something bigger than you. You got to believe and you got to keep pushing, because I don't want to make him feel bad. I don't want to say anything else, but to see that man keep going. There's a reason God kept him on this earth with us. And there's a reason why he's still around. And that's what I told him. I remind him of that daily. I'm like, it wasn't your time. You can fight it all day long. It wasn't your time. I appreciate it. I appreciate all y'all here. I do, but it has come to a point with YouTube to me because there are times, like if I mess up now and I don't say something correctly, the lighting's not the greatest, I'll delete the video and I'll try again. Sometimes I try like 3 and 4 times, and sometimes I'm like, screw it. The video's going up. They're just going to give me heck for it. And then that's it, Most of the time, I spend a lot of time editing my videos, and it takes me a lot later into the day to get it to upload. Thank you, Southern Smarts. Be blessed. But a majority of the time, I haven't even been putting a whole lot of videos up. We do have a 1K giveaway. I probably won't show those items until we get closer. I put really, really nice, and I made it for men and women. And then I also made a bag that's for both. Because I wanted to be fair in the giveaway. So you have an option when we do that giveaway. And it's got some really nice items in there, that I'll be doing for everybody, as well. But yeah, and then I talked to I talked to my stepmom. Yeah, I think it was like yesterday, and her daughter's going through something that's, just pray. She's going through something that's really, really hard. And she don't have the greatest health neither. She had hip surgery, and that's been really, really hard for her healing. Just she hasn't, it's been tough, the pain and stuff she deals with. Yes, we do. We definitely do. We're redoing kind of the hall bathroom little by little. When I say little by little, like we replaced the wax ring. Next is the toilet. Next is going to be the tub area. That's been one that we still use that bathroom, but we don't have the money just to go in and redo the whole bathroom at one time. So we're doing piece by piece by piece, to try to make that bathroom better. So y'all, and I'm still doing like little updates here and there on stuff like that as we can afford it. We haven't really had a whole lot in the budget to do because of Chris getting into a truck, and then, man, talk about the vet doctors. We spend more money down there than what we spend, way, way more money than I've ever spent at my dentist and my doctor's office all together. I mean, whoa. It was expensive. I find that the more you do, you find more to do. Like, I know, and that's the problem. You get one thing done, and you're like, okay, I'm not happy with that. Let me do this, and it becomes a really long project. We did switch rooms, and a lot of you had questions on that. We didn't want to spend money right now redoing the whole AC unit. At some point, I'll have to do the AC unit in this trailer because we did the heating unit, and then we did a new thermostat box. So we're using window units, and that's what's in this trailer already. So we knew when we looked at this place, it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of time. But we had went down a rough patch to where we knew that let's do the best we can and keep going. Yeah, he likes it. He's been kind of on a emotional roller coaster with new payments for the truck, even though he's excited. Spooky being sick. He actually, like he's more quiet, Cheryl, I guess you can say, in the evening. So to make Chris talk, I got to be like I am with y'all, like yip-yapping his head off. He's more kind of quiet to himself in the evenings, where I guess he just has a lot on his mind. So, yeah. But, yeah, y'all, I do appreciate all y'all. I do. Man, oh, man, I don't even think I logged in at all on school. I didn't have time. I had to make sure I was taking care of Spooky. I had to be there for my stepdad. I just did not have any extra time to log in and get online classes done. Yeah, he is. He sold his, y'all remember he drove a little S10 truck, okay? And that was his truck before he went into the company van. He wanted to keep it. He really, really wanted to keep it. Just as like a toy. He's had it for a few years. He finally sold it to the mechanic, and he was like, man, that hurts. I've had that truck. I love that truck. It was an older truck, but it was exactly what I enjoyed, my style, what I like. He had to finally sell it to his mechanic because he was like, I don't know how long it's going to take me to redo a transmission. The cost is going to be ridiculous. He finally went ahead and let his mechanic, the guy that does all his work on his vehicles, he gave it to his mechanic. He sold it to him. And that was hard. I could tell looking at him like he's not gonna take this real well, But yeah, y'all, I'm going on the 27th and 28th, so I probably won't upload at all that day. I'm going to have my tooth pulled. I'm having an add-on to my stay plate, and then within that year, they're supposed to go ahead and do implants in the front. But they're doing it piece by piece with my dentist. Oh, I will. We kind of been back and forth. One day we're cussing each other. Next day we're loving each other. Next day it's like, you know what? I didn't mean what I said. I was just having a bad day. And that's the thing I do love about me and Chris. I mean, we can tear each other up and lie into each other, but within normally the hour or within that day, we're like, I'm sorry, I really didn't mean what I said, But we're a good team. We work well together because we understand each other. Oh, do you? I hate going in and doing it. Oh, it's painful. I don't like when they use that needle thing on my side of my mouth. But I've been blessed from the good Lord above because for years I've never had a dentist I really like the dentist I have now. Like I didn't have a good feeling about it. I wasn't real comfortable. This dentist, like when he does the work and everything he does, he's real gentle. He always goes well beyond explaining to me the costs, what he can do, what he wants to do. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and there's no way we could do it all at once. I mean, my stepdad, I felt so sorry. He was crying the other day, and we took him down to Walmart. He needed to go pick up some things, and then he left his keys laying on the little wheelchair thing, and then I had to go back and get his keys. He's funny, y'all. He's a mess, and we went ahead and took him dinner down. My husband cooked dinner and took him dinner down so he wouldn't be in the kitchen falling and you know, in there, you know, with his health and stuff like that, we just took dinner to him. But yeah, he's a mess. RA, I've never heard of that. RA. What does that mean, Grandma Ducky? Yeah, my dentist, he told me straight up, and he kind of laughed about it to make the moment kind of more easier. He's like, Miss Simmons, if I did all the work in your mouth at one time, I wouldn't be able to see other patients. I wouldn't make a good paycheck. Like, I have to break it down into parts because it would just take too much time to focus on one patient. Because I used to get upset. I'd be like, why do I go in? He does one fill in. He sends me home. I go back a week later. He's got to do another fill in. Why don't you do more of the work? And so I was like kind of blunt about it. Like, why don't we do more of the work? And he was straight up with me. He was like, Miss Simmons, I wouldn't make any money if I did all the work in your mouth at one time. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, that makes sense, you know. But he's a good dentist. And we have, our dentist office has a Spanish speaking, and I think that's most places anymore, but you got the English and the Spanish speaking. So you got a dentist on the Spanish side working with the ones that speak Spanish, and then you got our dentist on the side that does the ones over on that end. And that makes it a lot more easier because they just have recently built onto our dental office, and it looks a lot better. It's a lot cleaner and honestly nicer than what it used to be. So yeah, that's a big deal. But yeah, y'all, I can't promise you I'll do any videos a day. I'll try to put some video up. I've tried to do, like when I do vlogs and bring in like 3 or 4 different videos, I try to make it to where I can merge those videos into one and it makes a better video. But what I didn't realize is like it takes a lot more time. So if I merge 2 or 3 clips together, when I go in to upload or I go in to do the editing, one day it took about a half an hour just for those clips, like a 2 or 3 minute video and a 20-minute video, adding them together. It took about a half hour just for those videos to merge together before it allowed me to upload it to YouTube. So I told my husband, I was like, wow, you know, there's got to be a different way I haven't learned or I haven't figured out yet, because it took me probably most of the day to upload one good video. And I think that was the one where we were talking about Mason's autism, and I was giving you small little clips of different things. It took a while to like merge them together. Oh, okay. And I ain't even going to try to say that word, but I know what you're talking about. I'm not even going to try to say it because I will jack it up definitely right now. But yeah, someone had asked me how school is going. That's going okay for me. I'm in an English class. I'm not great at it. That's not my worst subject. Math was always harder for me, but it's a lot more time and a lot more reading and kind of understanding, breaking out the information in the reading that it is in like a history or a science or an elective class. So, and my teacher, he's a good teacher, but he doesn't really spend a lot of time with us. So he ends up reassigning more of our work that he helps us with. So that's one I constantly have to stay on top of him about. Like if I don't understand it, then I need you to go back and explain it. I don't need you to reassign my test and ask me to retake the test. I need you to explain to me what I'm not understanding so that I get it. So, and he does, but then there's times where he's just kind of given the grade and not looking at the work, you know, so, you know, it's kind of, it's all over the place right now with that. But yeah, y'all, let me grab a soda real quick. I shouldn't be drinking soda at all. I need to get myself off those, but I'm strong. Okay. But yeah, I should have brought a different video. I had tried like a time or two and I was like, I'm just going to go live. I've got stuff. We're not going anywhere today. And that's just for the safety of Mason is better. He's feeling a lot better, but kids do, just like adults. Sometimes the symptoms come back and it's not all out of their system completely. So I just want to make sure that he don't have any more hiccups throughout the day before I go out into the public. I don't want to get him sick again, and I don't want to get sick, and don't want no other kids getting sick, if that makes sense. And my plan was to come on and share with y'all kind of like me getting stuff done. I just have a lot to get done between school. I've got things around here I'm working on. But when I'm on an emotional roller coaster, when I'm a nervous wreck, it don't happen. It does not happen because I get way too emotional and I just have to allow myself a break. So, and then y'all, keep my dad in prayers. He said that, I don't know if he slept on his neck the wrong way. I don't know what he did, but he said when he went to get up the other morning, his neck was hurting him real bad. And he didn't feel like he could move his neck real good. He's like me. Don't sit still. We're always like, you need to sit down. You need to be careful. You need to he said that too. He got sick back with the C word a while back. He said that everything smells burnt to him. It doesn't have the same kind of smell. Whether he's eating something, whether it's the air outside, it just has a burnt smell to him. He's like, I don't know why it is. It drives me crazy. I always think something's burning, like a burnt smell to everything. And so I was like, I don't know. That might be a symptom that never goes away. But yeah, y'all, I'm trying to think before I do jump off. Last thing I will say, that was scary. I hadn't seen that in a minute. We had to go out yesterday. We were really safe. But it was real scary because there was 4 firefighter trucks. There was about 5 police officers. We're talking about police officers. They had it was tons of people in the parking lot. So you just don't know when that situation, what was happening. You don't know if there was an accident. You don't know if it was a dangerous situation. You don't know if it was a wreck. You just don't know, all these things start going through your head when you see stuff like that. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it. It was scary. I have not seen, because I don't go out a whole lot anyways, but when I do, we've been on the go a lot here lately, but it was scary. And I just kept saying, please, God, please pray no one's hurt. Pray everybody's okay out there. But when you see 5, it was like 4 or 5 firefighter trucks and the police officers, you see that big of a scene, that big of a group of people, it's not good. Something scary is probably going on. And I'm telling y'all, the problem with the world is not because we're not doing what we need to do a lot of times. The problem is people don't get help. A lot of people that go through things, they don't get help, or people are very judgmental. Not everybody. A lot of people are judgmental without not realizing it. And then so something happens and it's scary. Like you can't even wrap your mind around it. My dad told me, like we didn't lock our doors when we were kids. Oh, okay. That could have been what it was. But there was a lot of people out there. And they were like we have like a pet store, and then we have like a small grocery store, and it's like a tiny little gas station squeezed in there. That whole parking lot was crammed. And it was slam full just of all police officers, people, firefighters. I didn't see no ambulance or anything out there, so I don't know if that it's probably what it was, considering I didn't see an ambulance there. But with that, it just, I don't watch the news. I won't turn on something sad because I have enough going on in my own life. I don't want to hear something sad. I try to keep that in prayers. I don't need the extra. Unless I have to deal with it and I'm stuck in it, myself. So, but yeah. J Bug Creations by Julie. Hello and welcome. Here, I'll give you a ranch real quick. We'll stay on for about 5 more minutes and give you a chance to drop your channel link. There you go. You've been with me quite a while now. I really didn't even feel like getting up this morning, getting dressed. I knew I had to. I haven't had a whole lot of sleep. Yeah, they don't, and that's why you hear about sad situations, and I won't say any particular one. That's why you hear about it. You see it on the news, you hear it on social media, the public. Um, you don't even go outside without being worried whether it's. I don't walk out my front door and think, oh, I'm safe today, because that's a chance I just don't know. I don't know if I am. And back in the day, my dad said I could send you down to your friend's house and, dinner time, ring that bell, you need to come home. Like, not anymore. Not anymore. It's a crazy, crazy world we live in. And in sometimes situations, if we agree or we don't agree, you always got someone that's saying something or going a little bit more over deep in, and they don't even fully know. They don't know the story, they don't know the situation, or just diving in there, and the news, if the news gets involved, I mean, they just jump on top of it. Hey, there's a story for us to put up, there's something for us to share on the TV. I could tell you stories about like our president and stuff, the country. And I'm like, I ain't even going there. I don't agree. It's okay for me to agree to disagree, but I'm not even going there, because I don't have a right to go there. I don't have a right. So yeah, it's crazy, but I don't know. Everything is changing so fast. It's changing so fast. And kindness is more of what we need in this world, a lot more. Yeah. The one thing I did tell y'all, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump off here. I could ramble all day long with y'all, and probably would. Is that we did find a really, really good church, Yosemite Church, and it's in Merced. And the pastor wrote a book. I need to get the book he wrote. I meant to ask him the other day, and he was with other people. He wrote a really, really good book. He's really, really intelligent. You can tell by the way he talks, and he explains things. He's really, really smart with the way the mind works and the brain. And he does a lot of like positive feedback on the radio. He'll talk about a topic, or he'll talk about something happy and good, and he'll share on the radio. So this is the way we had heard. His name's Pastor Jeff. This is the way we heard about the church. Is my husband had heard him come on to the radio, and we knew that he was close to where we were. He lives out in probably about an hour away from where the church is, but he makes that drive every Sunday to come and do his sermon, But he is really, really, really good. Really, really good. I can honestly tell most of you that I've never went to a lot of churches I was always real comfortable in. So this was one you just felt really, really at home when you walked in there. It was a great experience. And let me see if I can find his card I can show y'all. His name is Pastor Jeff, though. That's the card they gave us. That's him right there. He's been at this church, I guess he said, he's been there 30 years. 30 years is how long he's been with the church. That's our little band right there. So, yeah, he gave a really, really good message. And the one book he's working on, he's got a paperback copy already selling. He's working on like a hardback cover. So that's an amazing thing right there. That's an amazing gift. I give God glory for people like this every day. I have a lot of mad respect for people like that, what he does. So with that being said, if you want to, you don't have to. Maybe I need to learn how I rephrase it. You can like and subscribe. We're going to get up. I need to go out and check and make sure my plants are doing good. They've been doing really good, but this heat, you never know. And get some more stuff done around this house. Yeah, because I'm not, and that's the thing, Cheryl. I talk about that some, like, and people. I've had a few people get mad at me. I don't think I have to be in a church to live for God. I don't think I have to be going to church every Sunday to live for God. I don't. I honestly feel in my heart and in my mind that praying, scripture, sharing his word, study time is important too. Some people feel like you need to be inside a church. You got to be going to a church to live for God. That's not the case at all. Yeah, you can pray anywhere. You can believe in God anywhere. But you do have people that, let's just say I know a few on my end, blood related. You do have to want God first. He don't just force himself in your life. And so for us, church was one of those things that we had talked about on and off over the years, but we just hadn't really stepped out on faith to try a new church. The one I tried back when we lived out in Modesto, California for a little while, and it was a good church. Now I was going through some really hard times. I didn't always have a comfortable feeling there. And my husband didn't go to that one with me. But this church, Chris has got his own issues. We felt really, really at home at. Yes, and that's the way I am. I pray whenever I am. Yeah, and that's the way it should be. But, you know, too many times, even with the way there's so many different religions out there, that can be very questionable. This is a non-denominational, meaning they don't say Christ, they don't say Baptist, they don't say Church of God. They're non-denominational. So I think a lot of people like it for that too. You don't feel like you have to give it some kind of title. But yeah, he was a really, really great guy. Really, really great people. And a great, great pastor. So we've actually done it twice. Yeah, and the way I guess, and then I am really going to jump off here. I keep saying this. What I liked about him is when he talked from the Bible, when he read scripture, he actually spent time going over what he was reading and putting into the reading his understanding of it, but to make it to where it made sense for everybody. He wasn't just da-da-da-da this, da-da-da-da-da that. Okay, let's pray. He really kind of made it make sense and break it down into a way to where we could relate to it. But not only could we relate to it, that he was reaching people. He was reaching out to people. And that's a gift. That's a gift. That takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and anything. I feel like any area of our life. He kind of related his own life to certain situations when he would talk about stuff. He was a good pastor. And normally my husband wouldn't say something like that. He'd be like, babe, we're not going back. I don't want to go. I'm not feeling it. You know, when my husband says, okay, I like this man. I like his message. I like this church. This is going to be the church we go to. That's a good thing. You know more than anybody, Cheryl. Me and you've talked about that, mine and my husband, and his thing and his issues. You know more than most people do. So that's a good thing when my husband liked it. So with that being said, yes, I hope y'all have a blessed day. Hope it don't get no warmer outside. I do not. I'll be so thankful to see summer kind of slide right by and the winter season come rolling back in. But yeah, I'll catch up with you if I don't answer my phone today. It's just because I'm up doing some other things. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Chris approves, if Chris approves, and you don't want somebody over. But I hope y'all are all blessed. Thank you for coming in. I'm sorry this live stream was all over the place. Yes, I can't take it. I used to could deal with summer weather. It would get so hot. I feel like I'm like Frosty the Snowman standing out in my yard. I cannot deal with this warm weather. I used to love, going out and spending more time outdoors, but I don't want no part of it when it's this time of season. I respect it, but I don't want no part of it. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Anybody that tries to reach me through phone call or you messaging, I'm here at home, but here in a few hours, I am going to be kind of busy with school and stuff, so I may not respond back or answer. But I will get back with you. Yeah. Blessings to you too, and prayers and loves. Thanks. Bye, everybody.